I told y'all I was going to be back with another one, you guys. Didn't I tell y'all that? The one with the men. Conversations that black men aren't ready to have. And shout out to Black Internet Reactions. This is where I got this content from. And it's very, very appreciative. And it gives you like a third sense of conversations and topics and stuff that people really don't talk about and face to face, but they feel more comfortable talking about it online and shit like that. So I came across this and I just had to share it with my family over here on House of Queen CB. Your girl Queen Ed Red, what is it? Diva. You did, yeah, me. Who that girl? Who's that girl? Red, red. She's that girl. Yes, indeed, always the one and only, the better and the best. Don't act like you don't know who Red is. Queen Red. All right, so thank you all for viewing my content, to my queens and my kings. And who's here for the first time, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you can be part of this family. Hit the notification bell button so you get all of my content first. So you'll be the first ones to view it when it comes through. Like, run that like button up. Leave a comment so I'll know what you think about this content. Good, bad, ugly. Do something. Don't just be sitting here just watching it. Subscribe. Like it. Engage. So like I said in the previous content with the women, this one is with the men. And like I also said, it's going to be some things that y'all may not like to hear. Or y'all think it's not political correct. But a lot of things that be said, people do not interact or engage face to face. They feel more comfortable saying things on the internet, on social media. Why is that, black people? Or why is it, period, people in general? People do not sit around at the dinner table anymore and hold conversations with their family during dinner time. They feel more safe in uploading things to social media, to strangers. I don't understand it. I don't get that. How come you feel more comfortable spewing your emotions out to people that you don't even know, more than going to your family or your counterpart, friends or whatever, expressing your emotions? Maybe that you don't feel comfortable telling your significant other or your family member or even your friend because of the judgment. So you get an opinion from absolutely strangers because you knew for a fact that they don't know you, so you won't feel like they're judging you, or that their opinion would be your opinion would be respected, and you don't have to worry about them saying certain things because you know that they being kind of funny, kind of nasty on it, or they say something that they know for a fact that would strike a nerve with you. So you feel comfortable telling a stranger more than you would tell a family member or a friend or your counterpart. And that's also very, very sad. That you can't go to your partner and say, oh, let me get your opinion about this without feeling judged. Or that they're not having your back. Or they're taking the other person's side. So you'll come to social media and say all that you said. And then if your partner view it and they get mad, but I try to come to you and tell you. But anyways, I don't talk long enough. Let's go ahead and get this popping.
I understand that preferences is real prevalent now, and outside of your race, dating is very common, and I think that's amazing. I think we're growing as people, but the moment that a black man who's trying to pursue me tells me that he doesn't date black women, I'm completely uninterested.
And I don't get that shit either. I don't get that shit either. You are a black man and you say that you don't date black women because of whatever fucking insecurity that you have around yourself. But brother, that's fucking eerie and weird. Didn't you come from a black woman? If you came out her vajayjay or her stomach, she birthed you. And I don't know if you have sisters or not, but how you say that you don't date black women or you don't like black women because of whatever insecurity that you have experienced with a black woman, but you got to remember, brother, you came from a black woman.
And I don't like you as a person. It's because since the beginning of time, black women have been black men's backbones and their support system when everyone else was against them. Second of all, your mother is black. Black women are the most oppressed people in the world. And you're literally just spitting in your mom's face. Third of all...
And then again, it bothers me to a certain extent that when Caucasian or other race comes here and say stuff like this, because it's true. It's true. I'm not going to sit here and fake the funk. It's true that they're telling us about our race. And if you notice sometime, if you like in college, and you're taking a black studies or a black history course, have you noticed some colleges, the instructor is not black? Or even if you're watching TV or whatnot, and they have stuff about Black History Month or whatever, and the person that's doing the topic is not black. This is not a race thing at all. This is not a race thing. This is something that I'm observing and I'm seeing and I'm sharing with y'all. I notice this a lot, and I told this to my husband. I said, how come every time that something come on TV and it got to do with some black people and it tells about our ancestors and stuff like this, it's always a non-black person that comes up here trying to tell us about African American people. Have y'all know? Just take time out. Have y'all just think about it? Have y'all noticed that? I mean, I don't. Child, baby.
If you are a white woman who's in any affiliation with a black man who does not like black women, you're going to give him a black daughter. But how does that sound? Black men, especially on the internet, stay saying...
Okay, this brother right here. This brother right here. This is what I'm talking about. Look at them teeth. He got some pretty ass teeth, don't he? He got a pretty ass smile too. He just gorgeous. A handsome ass black brother. But this brother right here, this is what I'm talking about on the one with the conversation with the women. There was two brothers that I like how they articulate what they gonna say about what they finna say. So buckle your freaking seatbelt. Hold on tight. You might not like it. You might feel a certain way. It might hit you different. Maybe he's talking about your motherfucking ass. But however you receive it positive, not negative. If you see it a little negative, maybe he's talking about your ass.
We love black women, when what we actually mean is we love black women we're attracted to, that we desire, or that reciprocate our desire, but when they fulfilled whatever need we had, when they're done fighting for us and taking care of us, we're one of the first ones to throw them under the bus, to criticize them, to harass them, to assault and kill them, to not believe them when they've been assaulted. Oyen Salau was 19 years old, gave detailed account of what she was going through, yet still found the energy to fight on the behalf of all black lives, just to further be abused and killed by black men. Then I see shit on Twitter from black men saying how somehow this is her fault. And I know some of you are probably thinking, well, I didn't hurt her, I didn't know her. Not all black men are like that bullshit. We are all to blame. Every time that we've catcalled or harassed a black woman or stood by and watched, every time that we've lied to, cheated on, demeaned, slut-shamed, ridiculed, called them aggressive or over-dramatic for challenging us, every time that we've sold them out for some proximity to whiteness, I don't need to have specifically done those things to be responsible for the world that we forced them to live in. We don't get to play innocent.
Oh, child.
A friend of mine's asked a question
dramatic for challenging us every time that we sold them out for some proximity to whiteness. I don't need to have specifically done those things to be responsible for the world that we force them to live in. We don't get to play innocent.
Okay. Y'all see that name? Mr. Cape Hart. Go to his TikTok page right now. Well, not right now. Wait till y'all finish seeing my video, and then y'all can go after y'all view my channel, my content, and then go over to TikTok and hit him up and be like, House of Queens TV sent you. And plus, I think we can, because last name on there say Hart. And you know how people spell Hart is Heart. Heart. And the Hart, for my type of family, our last name is spelled Hart. That's why I said Kevin Hart's my cousin. You know, Kevin Hart's my cousin. Melissa Joan Hart, she's my cousin as well. You know, the Hart family, because we spread love. That's why last name is Hart. So, he probably be kin to me too, y'all. So, go ahead and go to Mr. Kevin Hart TikTok and show him some love. Sign up for his channel. He have a lot of positive things he say about males and females. And I think y'all will love his TikTok channel. So go ahead, and when y'all go over there, say, House of Queens sent y'all. House of Queens sent y'all. I think y'all would love what y'all hear. If y'all don't, then y'all some negative ass people. But anyway, that's another topic.
Detailed account of what for one of the first
white woman who's in any affiliation with a black man who does not like black women.
Killed by black men. When they're done fighting for us and taking care of us, we're one of the first ones to throw them under the bus, to criticize them, to harass them, to assault and kill them, to not believe them when they've been assaulted. Oyinsa Lau was 19 years old, gave detailed account of what she was going through, yet still found the energy to fight on the behalf of all black lives, just to further be abused and killed by black men. Then I see shit on Twitter from black men saying how somehow this is her fault. And I know some of you are probably thinking, well, I didn't hurt her, I didn't know her. Not all black men are like that bullshit. We are all to blame. Every time that we've catcalled or harassed a black woman or stood by and watched, every time that we've lied.
And when he said that right there, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Before I got my car, I was on the bus. Yeah, I was on the bus. I was catching the bus somewhere. It was me and my dude. And it was a handful of black people on the bus, but majority of them was women. I think it was like 2 black men besides my dude and the bus driver. Everybody else was different race. But way in the back of the bus, you had this man and this woman. And I can't stand why y'all always wait to get on the fucking bus and the trolley or the train and want to act an ass. Y'all was normal at the bus stop waiting for the bus or the train or the trolley. But y'all asses want to wait good goddamn well until you get your funky ass on this fucking bus and want to start acting a damn ass. So anyways, yeah. Got on the bus. It was cool. And out of nowhere, all you heard was, B, I mess you up. B, I slip the piss out you. B this and B that. So, you know, I turned around like, ooh. I was giving some, ooh. And so, when he was talking to her, he was up in her face, pointing at her, and woo not. He was he was calling her every name in the book besides God. And I was like, no, ma'am, no, sir. I was about to get up. My husband put me down and said, don't do it. Don't do it. Why not? Why not? That's not our business. That's not our business. I know you lying. That's not our business. But at the same time, I also, when I was finna get up and intervene, I had to think about it. He's a male, she's a female, I'm a female, and then I have my dude. When I go say something, I'm not knowing how they're going to react or respond. I don't know if he have a weapon on him or not. So if he says something to me out of line, how he's respecting his queen, that's gonna make my king interact and had to come to my defense. So, like I said, not knowing if they had a weapon or not, or she could get mad at me for, coming to her defense. But I wasn't thinking about all that. I was just thinking, calm down, brother. Let's take a breath. Let's just take a deep breath. Just sit. Just come on now. Let's talk it out. Whatever she did or whatever you're going through, let's talk it out. You embarrassing your queen, and you also embarrassing yourself as black people in front of these other counterparts on this bus. So that's all I was gonna say. But it's some uplifting words. But not knowing how that man may have said something to me or maybe pushed me or hit me, and that would have to make my dude step in and come to my rescue because of this man's reaction. So I was not thinking at the time of how it could have turned out. I was just trying to go and step in to, let's diffuse this. Let's take her back before, because he did hit her. And see, he hit her after I was finna go and say something. But that bothered me, and I still remember that to this day. And that been like many, many years ago. And if he could do that in public, just imagine what he doing to that woman behind closed doors. If he can cuss her out and even physically hit her in front of people that he do not know, it could have been an undercover cop on that bus or off-duty cop. You don't know who was on that bus. He didn't care. So if he can do that in public, just imagine what he do to her behind closed doors. So I just want to share y'all that part when he said that men sit around and don't interject when they see something that's bad. So I just want to share that experience that I had to my family, my queens and kings. People may not want to intervene on something because they don't know how it's going to turn out, because it has been a bystander standing around and observing something and interjected and got killed. That been happening multiple times. So you not trying to be a super saver hoe or a super saver nigga, but you see something is not right, so you not thinking the whole thing through. You just saying, okay, let's take a deep breath, let's do this and do that, not knowing that you might not live to see another day. But I was very upset at my dude for that. But let's get back into my cousin.
I do, cheated on, demeaned, slut shamed, ridiculed, called them aggressive or over dramatic for challenging us every time that we sold them out for some proximity to whiteness. I don't need to have specifically done those things to be responsible for the world that we forced them to live in. We don't get to play innocent.
A friend of mine asked a question recently. He wanted to know, why is it so hard for him to find a submissive woman? So I expressed to him that usually submissive...
Yeah. And this is what I say all the freaking time. A man expect a woman to be submissive to his doggy ass. Okay, I'll play that role to a certain extent. And when you show me different, I'm going to give you different. Yeah, you my king and I'm your queen. And you start doing some fuck shit and some bullshit, and you expect me to keep being submissive to a no shit ass nigga? You got me fucked up. You not forget all these perks and all this goodness and goodies and shit. You not forget all that. You ain't forget all that. You not forget that throat, that purr. You not forget all that. And want me to be submissive when you out there running up a muck, or you doing this, that, and the third. How they say, if you won't do it, another one will. Then child, please. Because if they know what I know, slap the dog shit out your fucking mama. Because you're not finna get a submissive woman when you out here doing some fucked up ass shit. You got me fucked up.
Come from the man. He brings it out of that woman. What is it you're doing wrong? What is it you're not showing her for her to want to be submissive to you? A lot of men don't understand that they are the one that pulls that out of us. We can't just get up and say, I'm going to be submissive to him and him and him. She has to see leadership in you. She has to see that you're able to protect her. Amen. She has to see that you walk in your own. She has to see kingmanship in you for her to be submissive. And you don't have to have a lot of money. You don't have to be a boss. You don't have to be any of those. You got to walk in your own.
And that's another thing that's true that she say. You don't have to have a big ass bank account. You can be like a nerdy ass nigga walking around these streets or whatever. But for that woman to be submissive to that man, he has to play that role of a man to even make me want to be submissive. You can't expect all these type of tricks in the bedroom and all that, and you ain't giving me nothing. Nothing. And you want to get mad if I'm not doing this in the third? But brother, look how you carrying yourself. Look what the fuck you doing. Look at the shit that you're doing, and you expect a woman to be submissive to you? I don't know who raised you.
Leadership, in your own kingmanship. And that's when you will see submissiveness out of a woman. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. Show that you are able to be the king that you are, and you will find submissiveness. And again, has nothing to do with money.
Are black women asked to put our gender aside in movements about racism the same way we're asked to put our race aside in movements about sexism, despite the fact that we cannot separate the two? Yes. Black men say things like, we're all black to avoid having conversations about sexism the same way white women say we're all women to avoid having conversations about racism. Yes. Do black men bring up how oppressed they are when you remind them that they still have male privilege the same way white women bring up how oppressed they are when you remind them that they still have white privilege? Yes. Do black men speak over us simply because we are women the same way white women speak over us simply because we're black? Yes. Even though this is not your fault, do black men get more attention in civil rights movements because they are men the same way white women get more attention in women's rights movements because they are white? Yes. No one is saying that black men and white women have the same level of privilege in society. That would be stupid to say considering the fact that most times white women are playing an oppressor to black men. But we are saying y'all share similar behaviors to oppress black women.
Black men are the white people of black people. We are the entitled, largely uneducated, flamboyantly problematic group that offers that everyone else is the problem but us. We think that we should be the leaders of the black community without actually taking responsibility for negative things that happen within the black community. We offer that it is everyone else's fault that things don't work but ours. It's society not respecting the black man. It's the black woman not respecting the black man. It's the feminization of the black man. It's the masculinization of the black woman. It is the black woman choosing the wrong black man. It's the LGBTQ plus community trying to indoctrinate the black man. Everybody else's fault but ours. And if anyone steps outside the pocket to remind us in any way, shape, or form that we might be able to do better, then they're bashing black men. And don't get me wrong, things are hard for us as black men, but that doesn't give us the right to pretend like things aren't hard for other people, like we don't make things hard for other people. That's what white people do.
When you submit to somebody equally, first thing you have to realize is that
is this brother right here, the one at the bottom. That's the one. That's the other guy that I said I like him as well, because he has a lot of knowledge to say too. Hold on, you guys. Okay, this is a guy at the bottom, like I said, that he said a lot of good points and stuff like that. He lifts up black women and black men, but he more catered to the women than he catered to men. He's not one of them Kevin Samuel type of brothers. Hell to the no, hell to the no, hell to the no.
as a black man, you are not superior to your woman. You are equal to your woman. She makes up you. You carry her gene. You carry the Eve gene inside of you, even as a black man. Submit to her equally so that you can protect her. And now if we want to go really back, we can go all the way back to traumatic slavery syndrome, post-traumatic slavery disorder. A black woman is not going to be naturally submissive because the black woman is the same one who has taken on the burden of the black man for years. and eons, and still continues to take it on to this day. So therefore, if you're going to lead a black woman, you have to prove that you can lead a black woman. It doesn't come off the rip. You can cohesive.
And what bothers me is that the guy on top. Obviously, he's not talking to him or whatever. He's doing a duet, so-called, say, that they have on TikTok, the option they have on TikTok to do a duet. You're not actually seeing that person, and they're not seeing you. It's just you're like doing a reaction video to that person's content. So he's sitting up here shaking his head and making all these fucking face expressions because he's a low vibrational ass man. Even though he is fine, but he's not opening his mind and his third eye, and he's not allowing his vibration to and energy to accept what this brother is saying. So if he didn't want to hear or open himself up to what this young black brother is saying, why in the fuck did you decide to do a duet on his content? Because really, you was trying to be funny and make these face expressions and stuff like that, but you really like a jackass. Even though, like I said, you fine, but you really like a jackass because you want to do content and upload it and make these fucking face expressions like you're not bothered, but you are bothered. So I couldn't gather myself when I seen this for the first time. You uploaded yourself, you intertwined yourself, brother, with this other brother and made a duet. Just to, you didn't say nothing, you didn't engage, you just got your jackass up here and made all these funny ass face expressions, running your eyes, that feminine mentality, because you didn't want to receive what he was saying. You didn't have to accept everything he was saying at all. Not at all. You didn't have to accept nothing that he was saying. But you chose to intertwine yourself with him and what he was saying. You chose to engage what he was saying, but you didn't care or you didn't want to receive what he was saying. So why did you entwine your motherfucking self to even do a duet with him? That's what I'm saying. Black people always want to down other black people, and I don't understand why. He uploaded this to his TikTok page. He was spreading his opinion, and if you didn't like it, you didn't have to view it, but you chose to engage yourself with this man's content, made a duet, uploaded it, and it became a part of this conversation about black people. And it makes you look really ignorant and foolish because you're sitting up here doing your little head nods and rolling your eyes and making face expressions. For what? If you didn't want to be engaged, you didn't have to be engaged. Period. Point blank.
Submit to your woman, you can lead her, and you have the right to lead her. But you cannot demand it simply because of your tax bracket or your caliber, my brother. Because the main thing that a lot of black women are victim to in our community is financial manipulation. That comes from a lot of higher caliber men like you, my brother, who think that being a breadwinner is the only thing it really takes.
So let's talk about this DM that I just got last night. You're standing and sitting there praising and appreciating and showing your love for black women, yet where's the black women doing the same for you? This is something that a lot of y'all don't understand when it comes to the love and the advocacy I have for black women. I say I am indebted to black women. I owe the black women a service as a black man, not only to serve her and protect her, but to advocate for her in every single aspect of life. Therefore, the love that I have for black women is not transactional. I make music for the upliftment and advocacy of black women, not because I want to, but because I need to, and it's something that this world needs. The black woman deserves to be loved in every single aspect and nothing that just relates to her physical attributes. Fight and I advocate for black women so hard because the woman who birthed me is a black woman. The two older sisters that helped raise me are black women. I learn from my pops on a regular basis what it means to protect and advocate for a black woman, especially one of those black women has a disability. Therefore, I don't need to be loved out loud, and I don't need any type of validation because I know in my heart the love that I have for black women, and I know the love that they have for me, period.
Amen.
It's not transactional. I make music for the upliftment and advocacy of black women, not because I want to, but because I need to, and it's something that this world needs. The black woman deserves to be loved in every single aspect and nothing that just relates to her physical attributes. Fight and I advocate for black women so hard because the woman who birthed me is a black woman. The two older sisters that helped raise me are black women. I learn from my pops on a regular basis what it means to protect and advocate for a black woman, especially when one of those black women has a disability. Therefore, I don't need to be loved out loud, and I don't need any type of validation because I know in my heart the love that I have for black women, and I know the love that they have for me. Period, bro.
Period. 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 Poo. Period. Poo. So, by saying that, and I'm gonna get ready to jump on, jump in and jump out, whatever you fit. Yeah. But, you know, the Cynthia G's and the Paris Milans, I love their channel. I do. I really do. And shout out to them sisters. And so, people that don't like their channels, because they, you know, especially Cynthia G, she always talking about the black brother. But that's her opinion. You know, so you can't hate on her content because, like I said, I love her channel too, and I love Paris Milan. I think that's how you say her name, but I love her channel as well. So go ahead and shout out them two sisters too, and tell them House of Queens TV, sunshine. And notice I paid a promotion at all. Not paid promotion at all. If I like something and I feel like that I should tell my family over here to go hit them up, do it. You know, you may not like it, but you may like it. Just hit some of their content up and let's view it, you know? So, and I've seen this a lot on the YouTube streets, that when a black woman gets entwined with a non-black man, it's so much hate and negativity. But you see a lot of black men out here dating non-black women. And personally, I don't give a fuck. Like I said, love yourself, love who you with, and love who the fuck who loves you. I always say that. And I'm always going to say that. So I don't care if you black and you date someone that's not black. I don't care. That is not my purr. And that is not my pole. So love who loves you. But it's a lot of black men out here that do not like when a black woman gets with a non-black man. But they can sit up here and pussy pop on a handstand and say this, that, and the third. But when they get with a non-black woman, it's okay. It's a-okay. And then when a black woman say something, they say, oh, you jealous, you mad, you hating because, oh, you wish you was them or you wish you had their hair. Nah, player, nah. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. It's just the hate that we give our own African American counterparts. And I said this in the last video. Black people spur hate to their own race more than any other race. You hate your own counterpart more than a white person. You hate your own race more than any other race. You hate your own skin. But soon as a white man or a white woman kill an African American male or female, here comes the Black Power movement. Black Lives Matter. Here comes the marches and the parades and all this other kind of shit. But where is that same energy when a black person kills his own counterpart? Where is that energy when females is on here caddying out, talking shit to their own females because that woman slept with their baby daddy or that woman slept with that man that they liked or whatever? Boy, I tell you the truth, when that happened, they gonna be feuding for damn years. And I played part to it myself. I ain't gonna sit here and tell you I did not. But I checked that man before I checked that fucking woman. I didn't jump out the fucking window head first. But like I said, black people hate their own race before they hate any other race. And it's very sad and pathetic. But oh, it's more. Wait, there's more. Don't let a white person do something to another black person. Because here come the Black Lives Matter. Here come the marches. Here come the speaks. Here come the goddamn civil rights people. But where's that energy when a black person kills its own counterpart? And you may not like what I said, but it's my opinion. If you don't like it, do something about it. Because you know that I'm telling the truth. Take that hate and that negativity upon your own self. Go look in the mirror and say why you don't like yourself. Because I'm not the problem. So for my queens and my kings, thank y'all for watching. I love you guys. And like I always say, love yourself, love who you with, and love who the fuck who love you. Again, love yourself, love who you with, and love who the fuck love you. This is your girl, Queen, F1A Red, Educated Diva, House of Queens TV, and I am out this B. I'm out this B. Yay, baby. This is your girl. Act like you playing with y'all. You act like y'all know who this is. This is Red. This is Red. The one and only. This is your girl Red. Anyways, bye, you guys.